Good morning, you lot. How's it going? Hope you're all fine and dandy. I've just got back from a wonderful holiday in North Yorkshire. It was really good. In fact, we actually broke the Bugsta. I think most of you lot would have seen a little video of that by now, where we was doing little jumps in that garden there. And we burnt the motor out in the Bugsta again. And we did a few other bits and bobs as well. Let's have a look to see what we actually broke. And we've got a few other little things to talk about as well. But before I do that, I need to tidy up this bench. I got bits and bobs. I had to sort out the hose pipe when I got home, sort out the grass because that had gone somewhat dehydrated, and had to lend a socket to a neighbour. So let's put all this stuff away and then we can get the Bugsta on the bench and have a look to see what we broke and what we need to repair. Right, there we go. Oh man, I love clean, tidy and organisation, believe it or not. Keeping stuff clean, tidy and organised is extremely important in life. Trust me, I've been there, being a hoarder, having stuff somewhat untidy is part of my life, but it's just a pain in the arse. And all my life, I've always loved clean, tidiness and organisation. So wherever I can, I'll keep it that way. And I don't like it when the bench is all cluttered because you can't use it, man. What's the point in having a bench if you can't use it? Anyway, let's have a look at this Bugsta and see what we broke. And I'm not going to do anything in this video to fix it probably because I haven't got any parts to fix it. But I need to have a look to see exactly what parts I need, and then we can have a look at fixing it and go from there. So we broke off the front bumper doing those little jumps. Sometimes it would land, and yeah, it broke that off. But that is attached. That is one thing by the looks of things. That is all one thing there. So that snapped off of there. So if we was going to replace this, we would need a whole new chassis plate by the looks of it. I mean, that is one thing. It looks to be a bit of a downside to this buggy. It'd be nice if that was if it was sort of cut here or something, I don't know, and then it was, if you snapped it off, you could just replace one small bit rather than having to replace the whole thing. Might replace that, I don't know. I've still got the front bumper, so I might just, I mean that snapped there, I might just screw it on and get some what they called little bits of metal or something and screw them there so it kind of holds it on. I might not go the whole way of buying a whole new chassis plate. We also bent the front shock. What one did we bend? That one. This one here is bent slightly. The rod, whether you can see that, it's bent slightly, so it means it doesn't go. Well, it goes in, but it binds. There, that binds together. The main thing what happened though was the motor burnt out again. Now you've seen me replace one motor on here already because it burnt out, and it actually burnt out the first time it burnt out when it was just on concrete. I mean, we were just zipping around and going over a jump, and all of a sudden it started to burn and it stopped working because the little ESC thing down there doesn't receive a signal from the motor, and nothing happens. The little red light flashes like mad and doesn't actually do anything. Got a new motor, put it in, it worked fine. But that time we was using it on grass and it burned out, and the same thing has happened now. We was using it on grass. I wasn't actually going flat out, and if it was getting hot I was stopping, but still obviously these brushed motors, they can't really take a lot of use, especially with, that's an 1800. I've got a 5300 5300 milliamp battery in it, and if it's on grass, obviously the little motors, they can't take it. So it's as simple as that. So I'm going to look into getting a brushless conversion. You can buy these Bugstas already brushless. They're a lot more money than if you was to buy the brushed version. But again, if I was to buy the brushless, like some sort of brushless motor and an ESC, or maybe just buy a combo and put a combo in there, I'd probably be looking at the same price anyway. So I could probably actually make it better than if I was to buy a brushless one already, because I can choose the motor and ESC combo that I want. Obviously if you buy them brushless, you don't get to choose, do you? You just get what you're given. So that's going to be the next thing. I can't see the point in, well, I can see the point, but what is the point? If I put another brushed motor in here, that's just going to burn out. So what is the point? I might as well go the whole way, put a brushless motor in there and a brushless ESC, and hopefully that won't burn out, because that should be able to take a little bit, well, it should be able to take going on grass, and that way as well I'll be able to use lipos with it, because at the moment this ESC doesn't take lipos. You can plug a lipo into it and it'll work, but it doesn't have low voltage cut-off, and you'll only be able to use 7.2 volts, 7.4 volts. You won't be able to use anything else. I could get a combo kit and I could make it 3 or 4S, possibly. Could even make it 6S if I wanted to, if I wanted to spend that much dollar, but it would be, probably wouldn't be able, the rest of it probably wouldn't be able to cope with that much power, I wouldn't have thought. So I'm going to stay tame, and I'm not a millionaire, so I'm going to stay tame and just go with just the cheapest, probably, maybe a hobby wing, maybe a castle, don't really know. Not sure yet, haven't looked into it, but this is going to be brushless converted at some point in the fairly near future when I get a chance. I did always say that I was going to keep that one brushed and get a brushless one in the future, so the kids can have a brushed one because it's slower, and I'll have a brushless. But hey, what can you do? Sometimes these things happen for a reason, and that motor's burnt out as a bit of a kick to say, what are you on about? Just make it brushless. While I was on holiday, this little 1980 odd, whatever it is, Mardave stock car actually sold. Somebody said they wanted to buy it, so that's sold. I'm waiting on payment for it, but that's sold, so that's good. I've got to get a servo saver for the Savage, the Savage project. I need to get a new servo saver. I have 2 servos now, which I got from good old Alistair, swapped the transmitter for, but there's no point in putting a steering servo in until I get a new servo saver, because the problem that I was having where the wheels would get stuck in a certain orientation is that the splines in this servo saver, hopefully you'll be able to see, they've had it. The splines in there, they look reasonable, but they're not. They don't grip very well. I've been playing around with it, so I need to go and get myself a new servo saver, and then I can put the servos in, and then we'll be able to see what's actually going on with the rest of the truck, because I didn't really get to have a proper go of it, did I, that time when we took it out for its first run, because I put the wrong receiver in and that was playing up. And then also the engine was a bit sluggish, but I couldn't actually see what's the matter with the engine because the receiver was playing up and I couldn't actually control it. And then the wheels got stuck turning left, or was it right? I think it was right. The wheels got stuck turning right and they wouldn't go straight because of this. So yeah, let's sort that out and then we can move on. Don't you lot forget, by the way, that there's still a 10% off, a 10% discount code for Luke's RC shop. You can get the mystery boxes on there. There's actually more mystery boxes. There's a £65 mystery box on there now, and there's also some other ones. You could even get a car. You could even get a whole ready-to-run car in one of the mystery boxes if you go and buy one. There's loads of Savage parts on there, and there's loads of other bits and bobs as well. And if there's anything you want or need, contact him, and he might be able to get it for you. But don't forget, there's 10% off discount code HaggardRC on Luke's RC shop website. Go and have a look on there and see what you can get. And I've ordered another mystery box because I thought I had so much fun out of the first one that I got. I've ordered another one, and that'll be here in the post soon. So if you want to see what I get in my mystery box, stick around and you'll see what I get. This is the killer, I think. You know, it came. I think it come with. Did it come with? I think it come with that 1800 battery. This Bugsta, but I think this is the killer. I got this for it because I wanted a bit more runtime, but it also produces a bit more power. And I just don't think these FTX motors, particularly like these brush ones, like any more power. To be honest with you. And having said that, I'm pretty sure it burnt out on the 1800 one this time. I'm pretty sure it did. Check this out, you lot. You lot will be proud of me. I've only got now a few glow starters. I've got these ones here, and I've got the main two that I used, my two good ones there, because I gave a lot of them away. I gave a few cars away before I went on holiday. Gave a buggy away that had no engine in it and some other stuff to a friend of mine who's got another buggy. Hopefully he'll be on the channel soon with any luck, because he's got a buggy with an engine in it that he's going to try and get running, and hopefully we'll be going down the park because he wants to use it. So I said, we'll go down the park and we'll have a little play around with the buggy and that. I gave him another buggy that had no engine in it, and a few glow starters. He took some glow starters, he took some other bits and bobs, he took a bottle of fuel. So now I'm down to only a few glow starters. This is the first ever glow starter that I ever had, and yeah, I'm determined to get a battery for this one because I like the look of this one. So I do want to get a battery for it. But yeah, you lot will be proud of me. I'm not hoarding glow starters anymore. Still got a shell for sale that's not in focus. There we go. This shell, well, I've got that shell down there. This shell here is still for sale. I'm sure it is definitely cursed, because I've had several people want to buy it, but for some reason the sales fall through, and you know, either postage costs or something like that. But there was one person that said he wanted it, and then he said brilliant. He said no problem, he'll have it. I gave him the email address to send me the money through PayPal. He missed out a word at the front, sent a load of money. Well, he sent the wrong amount of money, actually. Luckily, he didn't send enough money. It was like €20 or something he sent. To the wrong PayPal account. So somebody, somewhere, got €20, and it wasn't to me. And then he didn't have enough money left to actually pay me the right amount of money. And, you know, it's just one of them things, you know. I'm pretty sure that actual shell, out of all the shells, they all was simple. Someone said, I'll buy that one off you, no problem. There we go. This one, you know, either sales fall through because people stop talking to me about it, or someone sends the money to the wrong person. Cursed. Absolutely cursed. This shell, you don't want this shell, because if you have this shell, your RC car will fall apart. I'm toying with the idea again of starting up repairing RC cars again, and nitro ones more specifically. I'll do some electric, but mainly nitro. Calling it the RC Doctor. It'll be like the trouble is that it'll be like a postage thing only. I'll have to try and work it out. I'll have to get like a PO box or something. I've had a lot of people ask me, will I repair their car for them, or will I get their car going, because they can't get it going, they can't get the engine running, they've stripped out the glow plug, the button or something like that. And before, the trouble was, it wasn't ideal, I wasn't happy, the missus weren't happy, and I weren't really happy having a load of strangers come to my house, dropping off RC cars, picking them up. Complete strangers, you know what I mean? That was the problem before. The idea was I was going to start it from home and then get a shop once I started to make some money, and have a business premises, but it never actually happened. But so many people want me to repair their RC cars. So many of you lot send me messages on Instagram every day. Will you get my nitro car running, because I can't do it? Will you tune it, because I can't tune it? Will you change the engine, because I don't know how to change an engine? All these things which I can do for people, but a lot of them, they're far away, so you have to post it anyway to me, and I'll have to post it back. And some of them are close enough, but I just don't want strangers coming to my house every day, you know, dropping stuff off. And picking cars up and all that. I just don't want strangers coming to me. It's my private home. So I'm thinking about toying with the idea of starting it up again, the RC Doctor, and you know, I'll get a PO box, and you can post me your RC car, whatever you want me to do, get the engine running, change the engine, do whatever, and I'll just post it back. Yeah, might do it, might not. I'm toying with the idea, but anyway. Well, I'm off for now. I've got to go down to Sainsbury's. Got to go and get some shopping, get some food. I'll catch you up later on. And brushless conversion coming up, don't forget. Servo saver and install coming up. Plus, we still don't know what engine I'm going to get. So if you want to know what engine I'm going to get for this Savage project, stick around, because it won't be long and it'll be here. Ciao for now. Remember, we're all the same. Doesn't matter what language anybody speaks, what nationality, where we're from, we're all the same, man. Treat each other with respect, and treat each other how you want to be treated. Take care.